So I'm going to do a quick update because I feel like it. And no, this is not the video where I announce the contest and do all the contest stuff. PC's actually still having odd little problems, so I don't know what I'm going to have to do about that. I'm going to call up HP or do whatever again and get a hold of them and have them figure this out. Yeah, it's not fun though. I'll be sure to back everything up, but the computer's working. It's just got this, like, when I'm surfing the web, this little pop-up just like flashes on the screen for a split second. It looks like a window opens and then closes, like a split second, less than a second. It just pops up and is gone. Definitely not normal for a PC to be doing that, and I'm not going to accept that from HP as my PC is running like it should. No. So I'll be having to have that resolved. So yeah, but that video is still, the computer's working, it's fine. I'm just not accepting that from HP as my PC is working. I didn't pay almost $1,000 for that computer for it to have problems after owning it for 3 or 4 months. Yeah, they can either give me a new one or give me all my money back so I can go buy a decent computer. At this point in time, I'll take all my money back so I can go buy a Mac. Of course, I would need like 3 or 4 times as much money to go get that Mac, but, you know, yeah, I definitely don't need that out there happening again. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wait for that video because I also want to get my new camera. It's supposed to be here on like Tuesday, filming this Sunday evening, but it's supposed to be here on Tuesday. I'm hoping it's here on Tuesday at least. And that's just going to kind of, it's going to free me up, it's going to free my phone up. I don't have to rely on my phone having a charge or having enough data space. I like using the phone, it's a major convenience, but at the same time it's not the way to do it. So anyways, I'll go ahead and do like a quick update. I want to throw in my Florida Flagfish spawn. That happened today. That may be a separate video, considering if I do a Florida Flagfish spawning, I don't know if people on YouTube are gonna they're gonna search it. They don't necessarily want to sit and listen to me talk. They just want to see those fish spawn, see the behavior, and kind of, you know, see what goes into it. They probably just bought them like I did at one point in time. They just want to learn what's it going to take to get these fish to spawn for them. So that may become a separate video. I'll probably throw it into this video. And then just FYI, sometimes I'm going to take parts of a video that I feel are good and just make a separate video of it just in its own for that type of person who just wants that information and they just kind of want to move along. And you know, I think that's what YouTube, that's why I came to YouTube originally, was to learn and just find that, you know, chunk of information, you know, digest it and move on and keep learning, so I could get done what I needed to do. So that's what I want to be able to do, and that's what I'm going to do with a lot of the stuff on my videos. It's going to happen. It's, you know, I'm going to find a thing that I'll share with you guys. It'll be in my normal videos, and then I'm going to re-upload it in a short, just that video, like just spawning Florida Flagfish. So you may see that sometime soon. But they were spawning. I'll clip that in now. cool, pretty interesting. Like, Dwayne Kitchell was right. I'm gonna link Dwayne's video on low barometric pressure here, so check that out, because it's not just a coincidence that it was raining all day yesterday, or it rained a little bit yesterday and it rained all last night, and it was just muggy and sprinkly. We have low barometric pressure. I've been gut loading these fish live food and they spawn. Not a coincidence. So check his video out for sure. Check his channel out for sure. He knows what he's talking about. He is wise. I think wise is a very good word to use for Dwayne. So he knows what he's talking about. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys this tank here. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Alright, so 1 second. I think I can hold it up against here. But yeah, so this tank here is actually wild type cherry shrimp. I bought them from a person on Facebook who did a very good job at shipping them to me. She knew what she was doing. She was a very kind person. I actually overpaid her. I paid twice as much, and I didn't catch it because I just did bad math. And she totally just like told me, and didn't have to, but it was very kind enough to. So definitely appreciate it. But those are wild types, and it's kind of an experiment. I want to learn. I also want to have them. I think it'll be fun too. But you can see right there, that one's got a tint of red. The other ones are mainly brown. So in these wild types, these wild cherries, and these are cherries, Neocaridina, something that's a little bit unique about them, naturally, Neocaridina wild types, I mean, from what I can see, have a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow. If we can see on this one, like, if we're gonna focus, probably not. I mean, I've seen a little bit of red, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, like, naturally in their shells. And that's like out of 40 that I bought. I just see a little bit of everything in them. And it's really interesting, and it kind of shows you that these could be somewhat of an easy shrimp to breed, you know, to line breed those colors out of. So I thought it was quite interesting to see all that. But they're doing good. She gave me a large portion of what I believe is peacock moss. I'm supposed to get back to her if I can actually identify it. And then I grabbed like a few red root floaters. I kind of consistently kill these, and I've been trying for a while to get them to, you know, I killed my last 2 times that I got them. I got 5 from her. Just a small number to see if they actually decide to live for me. And if they do, cool, then I'll start propagating them. I think they're really beautiful. And I'd rather have red root floaters than a bunch of water lettuce. But water lettuce definitely serves its purpose. It's great at exporting nutrients from your water column. So I think there's maybe like 2 other things I want to cover. One of those being my Fundalo Panchex, so chested eye low, and that's a big female. She is massive right now. She is big. I got 2 females, and that was the big one, but she is big. She is probably as big, if not, I think she's actually bigger than my dwarf red. I'm actually positive she is, which is pretty awesome. Now here's my male. Come on, buddy. Come on up here. Come on. He's starting to color up nicely. Barely starting to get those tridents on the tips of his tails, and he's looking good. Now I'm not sure. I think I'm actually gonna. This is where I gotta be careful, is I could kill them. I think I want to actually go ahead and put them through a course of deworm. All of my killifish that I got from a certain seller. I just want to, maybe I should do one and see if they're clean or not. Like, just put some Prozzy in there and see if anything comes out. And yeah, but he is looking really gorgeous right now. I mean, I've been feeding them live for the past 2 weeks. My whiteworm cultures have just been going super well. I've been harvesting literally enough to feed my entire fish room every morning, and I've been doing just that. All of my fish get a good serving of live food once daily, And then I've been buying larger quantities of frozen, so 16 ounce and 32 ounce. Actually, truly just the 16 ounces. I haven't. Pretty soon I'm going to get online and order some 32 ounce flat packs of brine and bloodworms. But yeah, eventually I'll do that here pretty soon. But I've been getting the 16 ounce ones from an LFS, and basically all of my fish have been getting live in the morning, dry in the middle of the day, and then frozen at night. And they have just grown immensely. They have grown so much since I started to do that. She hasn't grown. She's just getting conditioned. I'm gonna spawn her and him soon, the red dwarf gardener eye and near eye. He's gonna find a new home here pretty soon. If you're in Dallas and you want a gardener eye for one of your tanks, shoot me a message. But you know that, and I mean, I've got spawning, and they're spawning again. So you see my little marking there. It's to tell me where they are. And so what happens, you see how that female was like golden, and then he's got this really bright light blue on him. It really is amazing. But they're just consistently spawning there. That's why I've got that written there. I've got a date and all that. So it kind of gives me something to base it off of. Ideally, I would let them do that for a few days, and then I would just pull everybody out of the tank like I did over here, and then babies would just pop out. What he's going to do now is just protect those eggs and make sure, like, look, you see everybody's over there? He's the only one. No one is allowed to get in his vicinity. Those are his eggs. He'll drive off the female. She can come, spawn, and then he drives her off because he's going to protect those eggs. Those are his eggs now. And he's just going to protect them until I believe they hatch out, and then he leaves them. But yeah, it really is. I'm really liking him. This is a really, really fun. He's very, very blue, light blue. When that female comes back down, she'll be golden. I can show you, I've got 3 females in here, and they are all very, very big. I mean, they're being fed with live daily. I mean, these ones are getting sometimes 2 ice a day. And then I'm also giving them a spirulina flake and then some frozen foods on top of that. And I mean, they're happy. And then we get the low barometric, and they're into the spawn. And they did get a water change yesterday as well. But this is going to be their tank soon. And what I'm going to try and do with this one is, you know, just heavy, heavy, heavy vegetation. I want green water, so I'll probably leave the lights on for like 16 hours a day. You know, at least 12 on this tank, because I want consistent green water. That green water is for them and their young. It's going to be a food source for their young, and bacteria and all types of like plankton, zooplankton, phytoplankton. They're all going to consume that and be food for the young. So I want this to just be a little Florida Flagfish factory. I'm going to have to segment it, is what I think I'm going to do. But what I'll do, and I've got a dwarf lily here, so I think that'll be bushy and it'll give me cover. And hopefully it looks good. If not, I pull it out. And then probably like a good quarter to a third will be nothing but moss. I haven't decided what kind. I can pull out that moss. I'll probably leave that moss in that tank, because when I remove them from that tank, if I leave that tank alone for 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have a bunch of babies. It's just kind of an inevitability. When I pull them out, there's always some eggs in there. He's spawning quite aggressively and quite seriously now, which normally they just do little spawns and they really don't rear their own eggs like he is doing now. But in nature, that's what would normally happen. I think he's doing that because I've been feeding him properly, and we have the low barometric pressure, which is what would normally cause them to breed in nature. The rain would set in, the waters would rise, and there would be more food, and they would, you know, begin to spawn and feed heavy. So I've kind of reproduced that, or recreated that for him. So, but yeah. We'll see. I'm still waiting for this to cycle. It's cycled and then like uncycled, so I've got to just let it. I'm just letting it do its thing. As you can see, there's a ton of just like, that's all detritus worms, but yeah, that's food too. So I've got it established with a pretty dirty sponge, so that's where all those came from. But that's good. That's gonna establish the tank for me. Then over here I had just massive, I gotta turn this light on, show you guys. It's coming back to life. I'm not sure. I think I might have forgot to dechlor and did like a 75% water change. All I know is I have no more green water in here. I killed my green water. So green water is gone. I killed it. And my plants just took this major beating. Like major. My dark red Ludwigia is coming back. My Hygrophila augustifolia took a massive beating. It's alive, but just like the foliage is done. Limnophilia heterophilia, it's just terrible. Alternate Reneki, that's a lot of growth there too. Gosh, I really wish I would have just pulled that out not very long ago and just sold it all off, because that's just so much dead AR right there. Rotala colorata definitely took a hit. My Ludwigia SP, like mini dark red, took like the smallest hit, maybe because it's so small. And then I have a little bit of Rotala Walichi right there that really didn't get hit either, but I'm thinking just because it's got so little foliage, it really didn't have anything that like get hit. But yeah, massive crash in this tank. I've got snails now. I lost a lot of snails. It's at the same time I dosed fenbendazole for the tank because I wanted to clear out any planaria that I may have had in the tank. Just kind of as a precautionary, because I had seen it in shrimp tanks. So I kind of want to look, see how this tank, I look at this tank the least, but you look on that sponge right there, you see baby shrimp. So the yellows are reproducing. I am definitely happy and grateful about that. Really nice looking yellow there. Those yellows are just awesome. Really, really awesome. But anyways, clip that off. This is the marbled crayfish tank, so I went ahead and I redid this. Basically, I'm trying to devise a way that I can clean this tank a lot easier. So I got rid of the undergravel filter. I also recently had my giant, like 4-inch mama who has like 500 babies at a time escape. So it really sucked to lose her. I still have my other big one that was, you know, the 2 originals that I had. But I'm assuming she climbed out from my little hang-on back, so it's my fault. What I've done, and I think I'm going to get rid of the hang-on back. It's going to hang there until I'm certain this is, you know, cycled enough. But basically I've just taken rocks from the tank when it was, you know, from the undergravel, and just stacked them in bottles, and then I like hot glued a 1/2-inch PVC pipe to it, and then I've just got an air stone going in them. So get that air stone back in there. But well, my idea is I just hang the air lines from somewhere directly above, that way they won't be able to climb out. Got the same thing going here. You can see I kind of made like, get that one back in there, a bit of a different design here, so it goes down at 90s and then it hits that bottle. I've just poked a bunch of holes in it, and at those ones I poked holes at the bottom so it'll draw the water all the way up, and that should work as a biofilter. I mean, it'll absolutely work as a biofilter. And the reason I don't use sponge is because they eat sponge, so it's got to be plastic and hard stuff, otherwise they will eat it. So I don't want to ruin sponges and also have them eating sponges. I want them eating vegetables, not sponge. One other thing, I keep saying one other thing, but it's just like, I'm just going to keep going. You know, I'm not going to say one other thing, I'm just going to go. I've moved the guppies from the 55-gallon in the living room into this 40 breeder. This was my like mystery snail tank. So I did a big cull on these, and I sold 40 of them off. I just sold whatever ones. I just grabbed a bunch and sold them because I was going to get rid of them all. And then I kind of started thinking, I think there's a lot of money in here for me. It's like hundreds of mixed fancy guppies, a lot of cobras, some Japan blues, like tequila sunrises, tuxedos. Yeah, so there's a lot of, and they've been mixing really, really well. And I mean, I've got cool genetics in here. There's a yellow cobra there. So I originally did have some yellow cobras in here. A lot of these like red cobra things, I don't even know what they are really. But it's just fancy guppies. And, you know, I think I'm just going to hang on to them and just keep them here in the 40 breeder. And, yeah, I'm going to go bare bottom on it. I've got some Amazon swords in pots with a little bit of dirt in there, capped with rocks. A couple sponge filters. I'm finally utilizing an auto feeder. So they get fed like 4 times a day. Somewhat small amount for how many are in here. And then I supplement that with live food every morning. 14 rainbow fish. Dwarf neon's doing good. Pearl scale gouramis. These are Michael's Panda Guppy. She still hasn't dropped her fry yet, so she's still super, super big. Granted, I didn't have a heater in here, so they were dropping down to like 70, 76, probably maybe even 75. So what I went ahead and I did is I added a heater so that they would stay at 78 at the lowest. So I wasn't like slowing her metabolism down. But, I mean, she's obviously just ridiculously big. But, they're doing good. No problems. Mollies and a bunch of mystery snails. I want to show you guys this. My magenta mystery snails. Sorry for the lighting here. It's just what it is. My magenta mystery snails, and they've got like a pink body with like a purple shell. I've got my first eggs right there. Not a lot, but I caught one of them climbing like up my hang-on back into it. So I figured out, okay, they're probably trying to lay. So I've even got this piece of wood like clipped right here so they could basically climb up it, lay some eggs anywhere up here, and then go back in. Of course, they haven't used that, and to be honest, I need to put like a block right here so they can't like, you know, crawl off and like fall. Mystery snails will do that. I've had it happen. If you allow them to crawl out of your tank, they will. I'm giving them a ladder to basically do it, but hopefully they just use that to lay eggs and then go back down. I probably shouldn't do it that close to the light, but it'll be fine. And then over here, this is my, and I've got this water level dropped intentionally. I'm going to attempt to get these guys to spawn for me, but these are my albino bristlenose pair. I think it's a pair, but definite male and probably a female. We'll see. But I've got the water level dropped. I didn't feed them today. I'm probably not going to feed them for about a week, and just not going to feed them for the week. This next week, not going to get fed. The water level is going to stay low. I may remove... See, I probably need to remove that. I need to get that water dirty. Here's the thing. I want those nitrates at like 40 parts per million for about a week. I want them to feel that water get dirty. And then let it sit for a couple weeks. 1 to 2 to 3 weeks. Don't change the water. And then after that, like come in and just feed heavily, and then probably do 10 to 25% water changes daily, or 25% every other day. And that right there will give them a bunch of food and also hopefully trigger them to spawn for me. But that's going to be my attempt and how I'm going to go about it. Baby white clouds, sword tails. I'm thinking about moving them outside. I'm not sure. Mollies are definitely moving outside. Definitely moving some mollies outside. So that's a for sure thing that I want to have happen. And this is the Ludwigia Cuba tank, or it's going to be the Cuba tank. Here in a little while, I think I'm gonna get this Amania gracilis is gonna move. The Ludwigia palustris, I think I'm gonna throw it away. It's just an ugly plant. I'm sorry. And the Ludwigia perensis, however it's said, I may actually keep that in here. I'm not sure. All I know is, with the rate that this plant goes for, it makes sense to just have a tank, a 55 dedicated to it. So, and the reason this water is green is obviously I have a nutrient imbalance or a light imbalance in here. The reason this is on now is because I've got work to do on these tanks. But obviously I have a tank in balance. And I would rather have my water green than any other type of algae. So the green water will prohibit blackbeard and string algae, all of that. That algae is absorbing those excess nutrients or the excess light. And it's not harming these plants at all. So it does not bother me that it's in there. I really don't worry about it. I kind of like it. I can water change it out. You know, it'll come back if you don't balance your tank. But, you know, to be honest, what you should do is leave it and just balance your tank. Because when the green water goes away naturally, it means you're not going to have another type of algae come back to replace it. So oops, looks like I just scared him. I'm sorry, bud, we'll leave you alone. But he's doing really, really well. He's growing fast. I need to get in with some more deworming meds here pretty soon. So far he's been through General Cure and Levamisole. I'm gonna hit him with praziquantel next. But one more thing. All right, one more, and then we're done. But here is the 55, what used to be the 55 Guppy tank. I've just got it cycling now. Some sponge filters, some pink ram's horns, and this one it's going to be pink ram's horns. I've got reds in a lot of tanks. This one is going to be pink. And then I've just got brown mystery snails growing out and also cycling. Snowball shrimp, cherry shrimp, and these are my Blue Dream Neos, and these are just from LFS's. Earlier today though, yeah, look, I have a Rilly in there. He's right there. He didn't even move. I have a red Rilly. That might be a blue red Rilly. Of course it's not going to focus for you guys. I may have to go get the macro. I'm going to go get macro. 1 second. Alright, now we're going to try to pick this guy up. It's a little bit difficult, but looks like I have a lot of algae. Maybe not. Really, phone? You can't focus. Well, it looks like that's all we can get, but that's just like, looks like a blue-red Rilly. I'm not sure. It's a Rilly of some sort. It looks like a red Rilly. No, it looks like a blue-red Rilly. But everything else in here is Blue Dreams. Now, those females probably have mated with reds, considering where I got them. They literally just mix them all together. So yeah, this is just going to be a weird little tank. You know, it may end up just being like a coal tank where I throw all of my weird looking ones and then they can just mix, and then maybe, who knows, I'll have a Skittles tank like Lucas. I really wish it would just focus. You guys can kind of see that though. It's got that clear body basically with a red, like a dark red streak just running from its tail down its back. So it's definitely a different looking shrimp there. But this one's being treated for planaria. And I'm going to show you my planaria in here. Looks like I've got one right around here. And of course it goes behind the writing. Okay, I don't know what my camera's doing. That's why, yeah, I have no idea what just happened with my camera. It's just being completely weird. And by that I mean my phone, so Still having the digital technical difficulties. But anyways, I do want to say thank you for the new subscribers. We're at like 577 right now. So the giveaway video is going to happen soon. I think this week. I think I'm going to put it out this week. If it doesn't happen this week, the whole deal is still happening. Every 100 over, the longer I draw this out, the worse it's going to be on me, because the more packages I'm going to have to ship out. So I really need to get it out this week so I can, like, you know, do my whole 1 week or 2 week or 3 week time period to how long it lasts. So it's just going to get, you know, it only works out better for you guys. At least the odds work out better for you guys. But yeah, so 577 subscribers now, and I'll get that video out soon. Still having the technical difficulties, so I really want to do it on my new camera. There's a good chance it's not. I have no idea what that resolution is going to be like, so I would like to have that here. Kind of doesn't matter. It's supposed to be here Tuesday, so you know, expect sometime early this upcoming week for that to hit. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you're new, consider subscribing. As always, definitely in the comment section below. I love talking to you guys. I really appreciate all of the good, positive comments. I enjoy answering the questions as well. It makes me think, and I think it also does more for just the two people having the comments or the conversation. Anyone else, I mean, if you're not commenting, by all means, go down and read the comments, because generally there's some pretty good questions, and hopefully I'm giving some good answers down there as well. So yeah, definitely go check those out. Leave some if you would like. Anyways, I think I'm going to end it here. This video is probably long enough, but I've been told that those are the good videos and that people are liking the long videos. If not, definitely let me know. Let me know if you would like some shorter content, some 5, 7, 10-minute content. And I can try and cut some of this content down from 20 and 30 plus minutes. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.